Hi guys, this is Rob with the Oil Trading Room for this week's recap for the week ending May 24th, 2019. I want to cover some cool stuff we did in the room this week that we do pretty much every week actually, but just wanted to share with you what we had done in this last week, holiday week, coming into Memorial Day here. First off, past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. There's a risk of loss trading futures. Use risk capital for trading, yeah. It's the best way to go. If you're using the grocery money, it usually doesn't work out. So what I want to cover today, trading that is science. This is the Oil Trading Room difference. We use science for trading, and if you look at the root of the word science from the Latin, it means knowing. And this is what many room members experience once they start learning these kinds of patterns. Catching 50-tick moves in the market. Touch base on the results for the smart breakpoint system, which I did in a webinar a couple weeks ago. You can find that on the webinars page at theoiltradingroom.com. I have a link here for you, but you can just go to the oiltradingroom.com and press the webinar tab there to get to that webinar and to learn a little bit more about that system if you don't already know about it. The results of that system, I think you'll really like it. Why Oil Trading Room science is not like other trading methods. I'm going to cover a little bit about that for you too. Okay. So this is the result for the smart breakpoint system for this week. I just take these, last week I think 93% since inception. When I did the webinar, I told you 88%. I lied. It's a little been a little better than that. But this week about a dozen trades, yeah, with a 92% win rate, yeah. And this system is used by room members. Some room members just trade this as a system on its own. But you can also use this as a context where you can find trades within the framework of the line break system on the faster chart. So you're trading multiple time frames, if you will. It's not really time frames, but it's similar to that concept. And when you have and I'm going to show you in a minute how this kind of stuff can work. You have a 92% system, and then you get a signal on a faster chart that's up in the 90s or even higher. Yeah, there's two different methods that we work with. One is the notion of pushing the market in a direction, and the other is pulling it in a direction. That'd be like a target. Sometimes you get several of these things stacked up. We call that probability stacking, and this is where science presents itself to you in a trading environment. Yeah, where you get stacking like that. You get probabilities upwards of 99 and 100%, as we teach in the trading room pretty much every day. Yeah. So this is an example of that from Wednesday. We had any number of these like 50-tick move kind of setups this week. On Wednesday, at this point right here where you see this little oval setup here, we knew that was a 97.5% probability to go lower. How do we know that? Just simple statistics. Just simple statistics that we use in the trading room all the time and that you learn as a trading room member. Yeah. So we know it's 97.5% to go lower. So you totally know you want to trade to the short side. Yeah. And then we pick up this pattern here. This is actually a double signal. It's in excess of 90%. So at this juncture right here, you have a signal that says that you're going down at 90%, and you have another that says that you are going down at 97.5%. Well, in addition to that, we had a 94% target at this level right here. Yeah, at this level right here. So trade. This one right here is about 90%. And then this one right here, this pattern right here, is in excess of 80%. Some room members tested that in the last week or so at about 82, 83%, somewhere in there, this particular signal. And so you get something that's pushing, and you get something that's pulling to the target and came down and touched that tick right there, 94%. A lot of times after you hit a target like that, you'll banter about sideways a bit, and then the trend will resume from there. But this kind of a scenario where you have 90% and 97.5%, and then another one pulling it, if you look at the probability of that following through, it's probably, I could pull it up here on a spreadsheet, but you don't really need to know that, because anytime you've got three signals that are working together, you're in excess of 96% to succeed on that trade. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. We had another case on Friday where we had a similar kind of thing go on, stacked probabilities. I believe that one was in excess of 99% or something at the time that we did it live in the room. Yeah, so that's science. So why the OTR method is not like anything else. It's science, because we know certain things. Yeah, we know certain things that stand on their own. It's not like you're taking a bunch of stuff and putting it together. You've got statistics that each stands independently on its own. You got the 94%, you got the 97.5%, you got the 92%, and you get a high theoretical probability for follow-through. Many members just in the last week have brought in some comments. So impressed with all your statistical findings. No trader does this. Cannot thank you all enough. I just closed my runner for a little under 200 ticks. Had a member in the room get a trade upwards of 200 ticks a couple days ago. And I'm sure y'all realize, but what Rob is teaching you can never be taken away. Yeah, the personality of the market will change from time to time, but the stats and the structure, these stats have held through the test of time. Yeah. And so what's nice is when you're taking independent probabilities, if one of the stats starts to fail, you still have the others. Yeah. And so it continues to work, and has worked as long as we've had the room open, these statistics that we use now. Yeah. Another trader mentioning, this trader's had a lot of success in the room and has only been a member for a short time. I used to get all kinds of fear and anxiety when I trade. Now I barely feel anything, mainly because I trade the patterns. I know my probabilities. I know I have the edge, so trading becomes effortless. It feels great. You know, when I started the OTR, I never would have thought you could have over 100 tick days trading 2 lots. Thanks for your teaching and the amazing environment for learning. You can see more comments from users at the oiltradingroom.com/reviews. Yeah, this is just ones that have been in the last week. Yeah. So if you have any questions or would like to learn more about how we do this each day, probability stacking and everything else that I'm showing you here, and how to put all that together, come join us in the Oil Trading Room. Be sure to key in the coupon code at checkout and get a nice discount there, BlackGold249. Or watch the video on the main home page there at the oiltradingroom.com. All right, guys, that's what I got for you for this week's weekly review. Thanks for joining me. Have a super holiday. And you can get all the resources from this recap at the oiltradingroom.com, and the tools and resources. All these videos at indicatorsmart.com are just loaded with trading secrets. You go into the individual indicators that we use in the trading rooms, and there are videos in there that have all kinds of cool stuff in it that you can learn about trading. But the real training ground is the trading rooms, and these kinds of statistics and resources that we teach in there every day. Yeah. Thanks for joining me again. oiltradingroom.com, indicatorsmart.com, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you.